What's up YouTube, it's your boy P2F. We're back here with another Victory Road video. We're going to be uploading every day for at least the first 3 weeks of Victory Road. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about heroes. More specifically, which heroes should you pick? I'm not talking about specific players here, I'm going to be talking about positions. Because as you know, we're only meant to have 2 heroes per team, as I have right here. Of course, there is currently this glitch, which I will demonstrate now for the purposes of just showing people. And also level 5, please nerf this if you're watching. So if you have your heroes on the bench, right, if I try bring Kabima on the pitch, it's not going to let me, right, because I've already got 2 heroes. But if I do like this, from here onto the bench, then it's going to let me equip the heroes, right? So this is how people, if you've come into a match where someone's abusing their heroes on you, this is how they're doing it. This is the method. A lot of people seem to know this, so I wouldn't say this is bringing publicity to it. I mean, everyone's doing it already. This is just saying to nerf it. But how it should work is you should be able to have 2 heroes, right? So that means we've got a decision, because we're only going to be able to have a hero in 2 positions. Obviously, you could have a hero in 1 position if you're choosing 2 strikers, 2 midfielders, or 2 defenders. But for most people, we're going to be choosing 2 positions. And what I'm going to talk over in this video is which positions you should choose and why. So let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so for the first example, I'm going to be talking over defender heroes. I have quite a lot of playtime with them, as I got Kabima as my first hero. So I've used him quite a lot and got quite a lot of value out of him. So I'm going to give my thoughts on having a defender. I know the different defenders, but realistically, they're playing a similar role no matter what, so I feel like I'm qualified to review how defender heroes play. So having the defender Kabima at the back was really good, using the wall, the mountain, wall of Atlantis. Very good moves, like you've got the mountain with 484 stop power at V2. If you also team any of these with your Ironclad Guardian Awakening, you're going to be able to stop shot many shots. And he's a very, very good player, right? Don't get me wrong, the hero defenders are great. Maccabi stops loads of shots, very powerful shots from other heroes. He has amazing defensive stats, which, as these stats here, are with no beans and no items equipped, as I'm trying to keep the characters as bare bones as possible. So what I would say, the reason why I wouldn't recommend you put a defender on your team is because we only have 2 slots, right? And I do not think defender is guaranteed value. Here's why. There's a lot of times where your defender might not be in positioning time to stop a really big goal from a hero, or maybe one of your other defenders is going to be the one in the situation. And the marginal stat difference between being able to save one or not between a legendary and a hero on the defender, I don't think it's worth having the defender. Because say for example, you have a keeper, right? No matter what, every game, unless you're absolutely steamrolling, your keeper's going to get guaranteed interactions against strong shots, whereas your defender isn't. And since they're both defensive slots, I really don't see a real reason why you would go for a defender. So leading into that, I'm now going to talk about goalkeepers next. Okay, so for goalkeepers, I am going to, before we even say a word, I'm going to recommend that everyone goes for a goalkeeper hero first. I would even be as crazy to say you should go for 2 goalkeeper heroes with with your main goalkeeper's weakness being covered by the second goalkeeper. The reason I think that you should have a hero goalkeeper no matter what is pretty much the same reasons I just said you shouldn't have a defender. The goalkeepers are always going to get value. Your goalkeepers are always going to be getting strongest shots against it. What are most people going to have? They're going to have the heroes with crazy shots. They're going to have people. They're going to have shot chains up in the multiple thousands. Sangoku, I've had him get up to like 4,000 plus saving, 4,500 with equipment, beans, and using his keepers great with God Hand X. He has a very decent moveset too. He's got Offensive Gaia, which is a bit of earth defense. Not the highest defense, and it does rebound, so it's not the greatest move, but it doesn't cost that much tension. Then you've got Capable Hands and God Hand X, which are both really solid moves that will stop most of the goals. You will struggle with Earth Keepers if you use Sangoku. I mean, Earth Strikers, sorry, like Xanath and Saru. But then again, I've been seeing a lot more fire attackers in my games, so I don't think it's a bad thing. You don't have to use Sangoku specifically, this is just the one I've used, but I think he gets a lot of value. Other defenders, non-hero defenders, can still contribute nearly as much to a shot walk, but a non-hero keeper is that final line of defense that's always going to be there, so you want to have the extra stat bonuses in the keeper slot 100%. Any of the hero keepers will do. I definitely recommend getting 2 though. I'm personally going to be going for Rokoko for my backup keeper. as you can only have two heroes, you can have two hero keepers, obviously, because you have one benched and you'd always be switching them out for each other. So that's a good strategy you can go ahead and use. You could also have a backup keeper that's not a hero, just in case you want to pull out a double hero attack for something if you can't break past someone's defense. But that's a rare use case. Okay, guys, so now for the one everyone's been waiting for. We're going to talk about strikers. Everyone's using them. You've probably been harassed by Zanak online. You've probably been harassed by Bylon online. All the heroes, probably even this Gran. The one I've been seeing the most, though, is the hero Axel Blaze with Grandfire. That thing absolutely slams. So let's talk about heroes. All my experience using striker heroes is with Gran. I got him pretty early on. He was the third hero I got. I got Kabima, then Sangoku, then Gran. And this is what his moveset's looking like. We've got Meteor Blade, 70 tension, 484 attack. But what you got to remember is this is a counter shot. So you could get them chances to get some insanely good shots countered when the opponent shoots near your attacker. Then we've got Southern Cross. Southern Cross is an awesome move when we're just looking at the visual. It's 70 tension, so a bit on the expensive side for a dribble move, but having it on a hero is such a game changer. Being able to get past that last player of defense with a pretty decent, like pretty high attack move. Obviously, it's not got as high attack as you'd be able to get on like a midfielder hero or something, but Southern Cross is a really good move, very aesthetically pleasing as well. I do prefer strikers personally that have a dribble move. Some of the hero strikers, like say my Toromaru for example, he doesn't have a dribbling move, but he does have two long shots. But honestly, I would personally just rather have the dribbling move. The insane bursts as well, or maybe on another character you might have an avatar or something that's just more boosted. They're really good. Obviously, when you use them, your player's just running rapidly. You've got such a high chance to just charge through the enemy team. And on top of that, you get massive stamp, you get some crazy goals in. You really can't go wrong with strikers. I would definitely recommend having a striker on your team. Again, the same strategy as goalkeeper. I really recommend you also have a backup striker. I've got Toromaru at the minute. I don't think he's that good of a hero. I could be proven wrong, but using both of them, I think Gran is way better. So I'm probably going to switch Toromaru out for another unit like maybe Zanak or Saru. But with your forwards, again, make sure you have a reserve player. And I would 100% recommend having a forward because I think everyone is going to have hero goalkeepers. So you're going to need the forwards to keep up with it. So the last category of hero to go over is midfielders, and it's actually the only category I do not have, but I'm still going to talk about it because I've played against a lot of hero midfielders, and I do want some hero midfielders. I'm wanting either Aphrodite or Tenma right now. I'm not sure which versions of them, but that's what I'm heading for. My opinion on midfielders is you can definitely bring a midfielder in your slot, but on the condition you replace your forward with your midfielder. My opinion on this is that the goalkeeper is at #1 on the tier list. We need to have a hero goalkeeper. There's just no two ways about it. Hero goalkeepers, especially with maxed out items and beans, have insane stop stats. So if you want to use a midfielder, then you're going to have to sub out your striker. Speaking about midfielders, there's a lot of iconic characters throughout the series that are midfielders, such as Tenma, Aphrodite, etc. And a lot of them are just going to have a dribble move, a shot, and then either an aura or a Mixie Max or an avatar, right? So as of this Tenma here, he has the ultimate 11 of Soul, which is the the shot from the end of Chrono Stone, and then he has the Mixie Max with Shu, which is pretty cool, honestly. You definitely can use a midfielder instead of a striker. There's nothing against that. I don't think there's that much of a difference. Like, it's not going to make or break whether you're scoring goals or not. You can honestly play a lot of the midfielders in the forward position, and it really doesn't matter at all. So I would say the midfielders and forwards are kind of mixed in this game. There's no negative like connotations in the game. Like, if you keep your midfielder or forward in the wrong switched positions, there's no negatives to the player. So midfielders and forwards are really mix and match for me. There'll be some midfielders that are better at being a forward than actual forwards. So if you want to use a midfielder, go ahead and switch it out for your forward. Maybe have a hero midfielder on the bench and switch that with your forward during the game, depending on how it's going. Alright guys, just to end off the video, in case anyone's new here and haven't watched any of my videos, please go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. We also have a community Discord that is in the description. And to finish off the video, I'll real quick just tell you, if you want to get these orbs to some of the heroes, Bond Stars, the quickest way is to play ranked. Every ranked game you play, whether you win or lose, you will be gaining 5 orbs. The other way to get them is to play through the Chronicle competition route and complete hero matches wherein they have a chance to drop. But this method is a lot slower. I'll see you guys next time.